tuck and adjust and fit them.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It didn't matter what they came in looking like.
Right.
They all just looked dynamite, sexy, awesome. You put a man in a tuxedo. And I still to this day will say one of the reasons I am married to Jay is our first date was his sister's wedding. He picked me up in a tuxedo.
And
I just think I just fell right then and there. A man in a tuxedo. Yeah. You own a tuxedo.
I do, and it's for that very purpose.
you pick women up at the grocery store.
It's got me absolutely nowhere.
Grocery store in your tuxedo.
Grocery store, sometimes a bus stop. You know, but yeah, it gets me nowhere.
You go to the bus stop in your tuxedo. You're like,
want to stand out,
you're
right?
like, I just fled the altar. You want to be my what do you call that? What do you call that? Your bridge, like your. What do you call that? Like when you just get out of a relationship and then you jump into somebody next.
Oh, the rebound?
The rebound.
Yeah.
You want to be my rebound?
No.
No?
Well, that wasn't about you.
I think you need to work on your messaging a little bit. Because if you can't get a date in a tuxedo, I'm just thinking that you got to work on your messaging. You're blocking love.
What are you saying?
I'm saying it again.
You think I'm blocking love?
You must be. You can't get a date when you're wearing a tuxedo? I think that, now it was Justin Timberlake, and and so there's a little something about that. But
right. And you didn't go on a date. I'm just clarifying.
I woulda had he asked me.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we have a great show for you. I'll go find a tuxedo. Don't go anywhere, because this is going to be the best 2 hours of your life. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
You have a 401k and you keep hearing about ways to invest in real estate or precious metals. At Diverse Retirement Solutions, they've developed a plan that will help you do just that, and you can take back control of your retirement funds with checkbook control and no annual fees. Find out how by going to diverseretirementsolutions.com or calling them at 970-316-2099. That's 970-316-2099. Don't wait another day to take control of your retirement funds. Put them to work for you today. Diverse Retirement Solutions, 970-316-2099.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Got something to say to the Colorado State Legislature? Call into Grassroots Radio Colorado because they listen every day. They won't admit it, but they're always listening. Grassroots Radio Colorado, afternoons at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Thinking.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
Thinking is a good thing. You see, nobody would intentionally go, hey, let's go $52,000 in credit card debt. That would be intelligent. That'll help our marriage. That'll help our future. People don't sit down and make that out as their plan. They just don't think. And you'll look up after 10 years and you got $52,000 in credit card debt and go, crap, how did we do this? Because you weren't thinking. I do it too. It's an interesting culture we live in.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Don't be so quick to walk away. That's me. I wanna rock your body. Please stay.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. I guess there may be a theme coming up today. It certainly is Justin Timberlake's day.
Well, I'll tell you what, as soon as I found out I was going to go see Justin Timberlake in concert last night, one of the first people I called was Charlie.
Right.
I was so excited, and so Charlie had a little heads up for the theme for today. And I'll tell you what, it's just fun to have a friend that I could pick up the phone and call and I knew would be excited. Don't you wish that you had a way to establish just more meaningful relationships as we grow older?
Even one would be nice.
Well, as we're kids, we play with the neighborhood kids, and you've got your friends in the classroom, and and you just kind of have friends around you. As we get older, geographically, if they move out of the neighborhood, you move away.
Right.
I think it's just different to have those meaningful relationships. Strong, trusting friendships, though, are crucial to our sense of peace, our happiness, and well-being, according to our next guest, Donna Hetzler. She's a speaker, women's mentor, and author of the new book, Walls of a Warrior, Conquering the Fears of Our Hearts. Donna, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hey, Angel and Eric. Thank you for having me. I have this visual now of Eric standing at the bus stop dancing to Justin Timberlake.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Donna, let's talk about this, the removing of walls in any relationship. I guess I came from, and truth be told, I come from a broken marriage. But the word boundaries became a weapon because they protect us from pain.
Yes.
So you want us to knock those things down?
I do. Actually, a lot of us believe that putting up walls is going to protect us from pain, but it's just the opposite. Actually, putting up walls doesn't make you any more safer. It just is a mirage, if you will. So it'll make you feel safer. But if you have walls, you're still going to get hurt, even hiding behind those walls.
Interesting. And yet we think that that's what we have to people around us that they're just no good for us.
That's true,
Donna. And I think trying to can you build a meaningful relationship with somebody that you've originally put up a wall against?
Potentially. We really have to be discerning in our relationships, and we have to kind of guard our health in a healthy way, guard our heart in a healthy way, if you will. So some people are not worthy of our hearts, and we need to identify that. So in my book, I talk about moving forward with people who are trustworthy, and the reality is, even when you move forward with some people, you still might get hurt. There is a risk involved, and so you have to evaluate that risk and say, is it worth doing? Or do I stay here and not move forward in relationship? But we're created to be in relationships, so when we isolate from each other, we're not living out our design, if you will.
Sure. Do you always know, like, sometimes I think we don't even realize we've put up a wall. It's just kind of this safety mechanism, this defense mechanism. How do you identify and be sure that you've actually put up a wall?
Oh, just ask me.
What?
That's a great question, Angel. It really is. And that was one of the most difficult things for me to do, because I got into this thinking that I was going to help all these people with their walls. And what I realized as I journeyed through the book is that I indeed have walls. And so let me give you 3 things that we need to do to begin to identify our walls. And the first one is to go to a trusted friend or a mentor, somebody that you really know and who knows you.
Told you.
And they can pull that out of you, and they can see things in you that sometimes you can't see. And then secondly, spend some time in self-examination. Make a list. You guys wrote books about lists, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's really important to make a list, and when you write things down, they become more real. And a lot of the times, we know more about ourselves than we want to admit. So making that list is important. And then spending some time in prayer and meditation and really taking that time to see what is being spoken to you about what walls you actually have. So those are 3 important things that you can do to begin the process.
Well, and boy, you know, I think each one of those is critical. And I was being facetious about just ask me, but when you talk about a trusted confidant, somebody that you can you know and respect and is not going to hurt you with meaningful feedback, I think that's an important piece. Now, Donna, let's talk about arming ourselves with words of inspiration. You know, we can talk about the walls, and that's a defense mechanism, some healthy, some otherwise. But then we got to go on the offense at one point or another, and this is where the words of inspiration come in, right?
It certainly does, Eric. Powerful words will help when you need positive reinforcement or reassurance. And when the way looks scary, what you can do is write down quotes, Bible verses, or other inspiration that has great meaning to you, and not just memorize it, but really write it on your heart. Because when we come to a point of crisis in our life, we have 2 options. We can be fearful, terrified, or we can be peaceful. And so when we call on these inspiration and scriptures and things that really bring us comfort, when we call on those, we'll find ourselves heading towards the peaceful side, which helps us deal with the circumstance a lot better than panic mode.
All right, so Donna, do you think that we're a little jaded? Because if you look at my Facebook page, I have lots and lots and lots of friends. But you know, we think, okay, well, we're having these you know, meaningful relationships because I'm connected, I'm following, you know, their kids growing up, I'm following their posts, I feel like I am connected to them. Is that all artificial, or is there some value in these social media Facebook friends?
Well, you know, we are so social media driven, and we're kind of to the point where we're isolating because we find ourselves in Facebook and Twitter and, you know, on the computer searching for things. And so we find ourselves pulling back and isolating. So in reality, you know, having a lot of the quote unquote friends is not really friendship as I define in the book. And real friendship is doing life together. That means connecting, talking, sharing your stories. You know, there is great healing when we share our stories with each other. And there's so many people out there who just are dying for that story, who go, oh, you too are experiencing this, you know? And so we're not connecting in that way when we are doing social media. It's really that one-on-one that is so life-giving to us.
Well, I agree. The book is called Walls of Warriors, and Donna Hetzler is the author. Donna, where can we get a copy?
You can go to my website at wallsofawarrior.com. It's also at Barnes & Noble, Tattered Cover, Amazon.com, and fine Christian bookstores.
I love it. I love it. Well, it is so meaningful to connect with people on a real level, and we do tend to put up those walls based on old experiences. And when we meet new people, it's really not their fault that we've got all those barriers, and we just kind of shut ourselves off. So, Donna, love what you're out there doing, you know, kind of campaigning for people to actually build real relationships.
Right.
Yes.
Donna Hetzler, again, the name of the book is Walls of a Warrior?
Yes, that is correct. Conquering the fears of our hearts. We all have fears. We've got to conquer them.
I love
Fantastic.
it. I love it. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Folks, when we return, business tips and insights coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a Fluff It Up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Dave Ramsey here. Now you too can experience financial peace. Learn how weekdays at noon right here on 560 AM KLZ.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
For as cold as ice, you're willing to sacrifice our love.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. On this little chilly day, we make sure that you stay warm with nothing but the best in business. It's time for business tips and insights. And guess who's on the line?
Tony Rayburn with Extreme Relationship Management. Hi, Tony.
Hello, team. How are you guys today?
Tony, we're rocking and rolling, man. How about you?
I am loving it. Nothing stopping you two from getting into the studio. Fantastic.
Lots of things tried.
I wish. Yeah, I was going to say we did have a few hiccups. And there are times where we're just sitting in traffic that I kind of wish, like, okay, why do we do this on a snowy, icky day? But we are here, and Tony, we are ready to hear your business tip for the week.
Well, and you're there because you guys make a fantastic first impression, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Oh, well, thank you.
First impressions. And no, you don't ever get a second chance at this. Your first impression has to be great. So when you walk into a networking event, a lot of times we don't think much about what is all happening, but let's think about what makes up a first impression. It's the way you dress, it's your teeth, your breath, your handshake, your business card, your smile, your greeting. It's the first sentence you utter, the first question you ask, the first topic of conversation, the drink you choose, the shoes, your offer to pay, the way you drive, etc. We could go on and on with all these different things. The point is this. You're not just making one first impression. You're making several first impressions when you walk into the room.
Oh, the pressure, Tony, the pressure.
Well, he didn't say anything about deodorant, so I figure we're okay.
It's somewhere in the list.
I'm sure. I would hope so.
But anyway, when you're making these first impressions, they don't always occur sequentially. So when you could be giving a first impression 1 minute and then another different first impression to the same person in another minute with these different things. We have to make sure we are working to create. So here's what I suggest. Write down, most people don't do this. They just say, I want a good first impression. Write down what you want your first impression to be. And then work hard to go create that. And that's going to serve you so well in all of your networking efforts.
So I write down, what do I want my first impression? I don't think I've ever done that, Tony. I've never written it down. I mean, you always think, okay, I want to have a positive, first impression. I want to make a good impression, but
what it actually looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for instance, mine's pretty simple. It's the 4 P's. So I want to appear professional, positive, polite, and powerful. And by powerful, I mean I want to be one of the power players in the room.
Right.
I want people to view me as I've got to know who that guy is.
Right. Ooh. Positive, professional, polite, and powerful. Tony, I think you nailed it.
It's fun. But if you do it, you can create this first impression, and then it will serve you in all of your efforts as you build your business.
Oh, fantastic business tip. I think we can all take care and do something about that today. And if you don't know what you want your first impression to be, follow Tony's by being positive, professional, polite, and powerful. Tony, you come every week with great business tips. You're very helpful in helping people grow their business in a very unique, a very strategic, and fun and relationshipy kind of way. Is that a word, relationshipy?
It is today.
Well, tell our listeners how they can get more information about Extreme Relationship Management, check out one of your E2 networking events, and possibly sign up to be a member.
Sure, absolutely. The best way is online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com, or they can call us nationwide toll-free at 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
855-I-LIKE-ERM. I like that phone number, Tony. You always bring it, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Absolutely. The 4 Ps.
Even his phone number makes a good first impression. You know who else makes a fantastic first impression?
Chris Kaiser from C-Square Computer Consulting.
You bet he does. Hi, Chris. Welcome.
I'm trying to think of a 5th P, but it's taken too long. So
you and I were both the wheels are spinning on that one. We'll come back. We'll come back with something, I'm sure.
I bet we will.
All right, Chris, what's our tip for today?
I want to talk about email archiving. It's come up again recently, and I figured with it being, January, still first of the year, people are still thinking about 2014 and planning and, doing some things. One of the things is, how do we manage our email? What is email archiving? Well, we've had it happen again recently where somebody called their Outlook had crashed. And the reason it had crashed is because it was almost 50 gigs of email in one file. And so it's no wonder it was crashing. So, then the questions come up, well, are you backing up your email? How are you storing it? So email archiving really is a way of managing your messages, managing your sent items, your deleted items, your folders, your subfolders, your calendar, your tasks, in a way that makes it more available. How many times a week would you say you go and want to search for an email?
Regularly,
gosh,
and it doesn't. I hate it when it doesn't work, Chris. I'm looking for something. I know the person who sent it to me. I have a rough idea of what the subject line would have been.
Exactly.
I can't find it.
So much time. So there's 2 parts to this. Really, one is how is it organized, which is important. Where do we store? But I think what I'm talking about more is kind of the storage, and particularly Outlook is still probably the most used business tool for email.
Sure.
And, so I think what I'm talking about here is really taking, when you start to accumulate data in your Outlook file over and over, and you have all these subfolders, you have attachments, those add up. So one of the things that I do and recommend is I actually do it by a calendar year. Each year, I create a new Outlook data file. I name it that year. And then as my mailbox and my, items start to accumulate, I start moving stuff into that folder, sent items for 2012, deleted items from 2012.
Chris, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Angel and I are going nuts trying to get to you first. Does that take it out of the email client itself and put it somewhere separate?
So it does. So when you have Outlook open, you kind of have a file. When you hit send and receive, or you bring your messages in, it goes into a main file.
Right.
And again, that file just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So what it's basically doing is to say, okay, I'm just going to create a new file. I'm going to take everything from 2013 and move it into that file. So it's still accessible, but it's not bogging down my Outlook program. And so I have on my, computer, and I have it backed up. I've got all these files. So if I needed to reference something from 2011 that somebody sent to me, I can go in, open that file, and
search
and look for it.
Chris, does that happen? Do you ever have to go back into 2011 and find an email?
It's really, really rare, but there have been a few instances where I've had to go back and look and see, I know I had that information for some reason, I sent something and I just want to kind of bring that up. I'm trying not to say it's a neener experience.
Well, no. I'm just thinking, because I tend to delete. If it's over a year old, what are the chances that I'm going to really need to recall that email? Because most of the time, and this is just my world, and it's probably completely different from your world, people who are sending you emails, very important information is in there, strategy, implementation, and all of that. Mine just not, it's just not that, there's not that important of information, it seems, in these emails. We're scheduling their interview. Well, they had their interview. I don't have to keep that stuff anymore.
Right.
And so for the most part, I'm a deleter. I love the whole idea of getting rid of stuff and deleting. And so now I'm curious, is this like my taxes? Do I have to save my emails for 3 to 5 years?
No, that's a very good point. I think it very much depends on how you run your business, what you do. And, truth be told, what percentage of your email is garbage? It's good for a day or a week or about an event, and that goes and, it goes away. It's really not valuable. I guess for me, my time is valuable, so what I tend to do is kind of keep it all together, because in my world, I've just had too many experiences where it'll go the other extreme. I didn't back this up. I couldn't find this. What happened there? So for me, it's easy enough to say, okay, storage isn't a big deal as much anymore. Just the mechanisms for saying I'm going to take and move this so that I have it just in case. And again, that's just my world. I probably keep more than I need to
People rely on you for a lot of information, and they aren't saving their own stuff. And so, Chris, please tell me you saved this for me. And that's one of the ways that you at C Squared Computer Consulting offer extreme customer service. So we love that about you. Now, Chris, we're all dealing with IT, and when it's not working, our whole world just crumbles out from beneath us. How do people get in touch with you?
You can give us a call at 303-933-1113. You can find us at c2cc.net or check out our Facebook at facebook.com/C2IT.
Fantastic, Chris. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You have a wonderful day.
All right. Folks, when we return, we're going to talk about several different ways to market your new business or your established business on a budget. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability at Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
Benjamin Franklin once said that nothing is certain except death and taxes. He was right, mostly. What Ben didn't know was that when it comes to death, Mike Heffelbauer, licensed and board certified in funeral services since 1990, has served families with dignity and respect while saving them thousands with their affordable and realistic pricing. Heffelbauer Funeral Services, family-owned and community-involved. When certainty calls, call Heffelbauer Funeral Services, 720-344-6087, 720-344-6087, or visit HeffelbauerFuneralServices.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
I have no credit. I'm looking to rent an apartment, but I've been turned down by a few. Any ideas?
The Dave Ramsey Show.
You're probably going to have to rent from someone that is not a corporate landlord. Because the problem is they do not allow those managers to use their brains. For some reason, the FICO score proving that you've been playing kissy face frequently with the bank is more important than being debt-free with no score, which is pretty stupid.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
I seen your picture. Your name and lots of loving.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Charlie, you're right on the music today, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hey, small business in general gets into business because they're passionate about something, and typically what they are not passionate about is the marketing of said business.
Well, absolutely. You know, when you first start out, you don't have the budget for, for the marketing piece of it. And really, we kind of fall into the trap that word of mouth marketing is super effective, because in the beginning, we're super excited about our new venture. We're telling our friends, our family, our associates, our neighbors, we're telling people around us about it. Our friends and family are supporting our small business venture. And so we get this false sense, and it really is a false sense, that I don't have to do any marketing. It really will just grow by word of mouth marketing. But what you end up discovering, and in the beginning that is, really effective. Sure. But what you discover is, you kind of get blasé. You've been around a while. Friends and family have already hosted the party. They've already bought from you.
Talked about you.
They've already done it. And so especially if they're not your current customer, they don't really have a reason to continue to bring you new business. And so relying on that word of mouth marketing changes down the road. However, you've created in the beginning, you used that word of mouth marketing. You used your used is not the right word, but you've depended on friends and family to help you get yourself off the ground. And here's the best thing that you can do to make sure that you're creating that word of mouth marketing and putting that strategy together. And we always, we have kind of a litmus test, and when do we start paying for marketing? When do we start advertising? Well, what kind of things should I be looking for? Is it a dollar amount? No, it's your messaging.
Right.
when your messaging is right on, that when you meet people and they want to know more about you, they either want your business card, you're meeting people on the street and they're asking for your business card, or you're at a networking event or wherever you are, or people are asking about you, your messaging is right and it's ready to duplicate that effort.
But if they're not asking for your business card, then you're not ready for any other formal type of marketing, because your messaging is not spot on. When people ask us, and we're the experience pros, right? We created a business based upon the customer experience, and so really one of the very first things that we ever say when coming to marketing is create a customer experience. We ask the question, a filter question on this line: what makes you different? How are you separating yourself from your competition? And remember, we're not talking about competition as being the people who do the same thing as you, but competition is vying for every single dollar that is out there, right? We're all in competition. So disposable income, if you will, is what we're in for. What is your customer experience?
Every interaction with your customers is a chance to create a memorable experience. I'm going to say that again. Every interaction with your customers is a chance to create a memorable experience. Here's one of three things will happen after your customers interact with you. One, they're going to say something nice. Wouldn't that be fabulous? They're going to tell somebody about you.
Right.
Two, they're going to say something negative.
Oh, we don't like that.
No, we hate that. And, they're going to go in, they're going to tell somebody you were slow, you weren't on time, and we're kind of socially just bent towards finding the challenge and the negative and sharing that with people. Or the third thing they're going to do, and this happens more often, the majority of the time, it's this third thing that happens, and that is they don't say anything at all.
That's bad. Here's why. Remember that word of mouth marketing? It's not happening if they're not talking about you.
If they're not saying anything at all, you're relying on word-of-mouth marketing, you're not creating it. If they're not walking away from that interaction, hop, skip, and jumping, needing to share that with somebody else, you've lost. You've lost your marketing. You've lost the hope of word-of-mouth marketing. Even if they had a good, a nice experience. We say that customer satisfaction has this net value of 0. Even if they were pleased with what you did, you were on time, you delivered, it was exactly what they asked for, but it was just the status quo.
Yeah, if you don't give a big wow experience, then you're not going to get them talking about you.
And so, think about, I call it my, your dill pickle.
And you're going to have to explain why.
Okay, we're going to call it your dill pickle. So here's the thing, is if you go to a deli and you get a dill pickle next to your sandwich, that's not a wow experience. No. It's kind of unexpected. It's kind of nice. I got a little pickle with my sandwich. It's kind of expected. But if you were to get a dill pickle, and I read this story many, many years ago about a curator at an art museum who wanted to turn the art museum into more of a community center where people came out and they brought families, and
it wasn't stuffy anymore.
It wasn't the sterile environment where it was all stuffy and hoity-toity. It was a comfortable place to come in the community. He wanted the neighborhood to feel like the art museum was a part of their neighborhood and community. And so he thought, how in the world do I create this memorable experience? How do I change their perception that this isn't stuffy, but it's just kind of fun? And he came up with passing out a dill pickle.
Yeah, and a barrel of dill pickles at the entrance to the museum.
Now think about this. You can't be hoity-toity and stuffy and snotty and snooty while you're sucking on a dill pickle looking at a Monet. Right?
True.
Right? It just removes the barrier, which is what he was after.
Right.
So now and people talked about it. People shared it. It was a wow experience. It was unique. It was different. Is a dill pickle in and of itself unique and different? No, but taken out of its context, putting someplace where it's unexpected, a little surprise. And when you're talking about, getting out of the apathy, the status quo, the boring customer satisfaction, like I just expect that, have a dill pickle.
Right.
What's your dill pickle that's going to get people to remember you? Or, it's sticky. It's a little sticky tagline, or making it easy for people to remember who you are. And so when you're talking about that word-of-mouth marketing, when you're talking about keeping your brand on the tip of people's tongue, there's lots of strategies for that. And we go all over town talking about some of these strategies. Sure. But one of them is knowing, what is your dill pickle? Do you have something that just grabs their attention, is out of the ordinary, disrupts their complacency, and gets them to want to talk about your customer experience?
Don't choose a dill pickle. That one's already been used, but you can use that as a metaphor for what it is you're going to choose. Answer the question with authority, what makes you different, and you will separate yourself out. This conversation begs to be continued, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about more ideas for how to market your company on a budget. We understand you're on a budget, but still to get maximum impact. Next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C² Computer Consulting. C² is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C² at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Renew, heal, and experience the miraculous with Master Healer, Yoga, and Meditation teacher, Karen Corona. Karen has 30 years' experience providing natural healing therapies and nutritional education. Her yoga and meditation programs will guide you back to vibrant health and wellness. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. Mention Experience Pros and get $450 off Karen's upcoming healing and yoga retreat in June, set in lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. 303-725-1119 or online at KarenCorona.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
This is Jason Worley. Join Ken Clark and I from 5 to 7 p.m. to find out how government could be affecting your business. Obamacare, endless regulation, and the possibilities of even more restrictive and intrusive laws. Find out how what's going on in our nations and state capitals could impact you and your business. It's Grassroots Radio Colorado from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on KLZ 560 The Source. Now back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Don't you forget about me. Don't.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Isn't that the goal? We don't want our people to forget about us. In fact, we want them to talk about us. We want them to become our ambassadors. If you're doing word-of-mouth marketing properly, if you have a system that develops it, then guaranteed you are going. Your customers are going to outperform your own sales efforts. Let's talk about another way to market your business, to keep the budget within reason. And one of those things is collaborate with other businesses, with your partners, with the people that you do business with. You know, I'm reminded of the time we were teaching Experience Pros University, Angel, and we had the women's gym was a part of our organization, and they were saying, I just want to get the word out to our shopping center, our connection, around us, our neighborhood. And they worked on a collaborative partnership where they would refer people in their shopping center if those people in their shopping center would refer them. It was a very effective campaign for them.
Absolutely. And we think about, so often we feel like we're alone, and we're kind of, we're doing our own thing, and we always want to recreate the wheel. And I'm always really curious when somebody starts, for example, like a new nonprofit charity, because I always think, well, isn't there somebody out there that's already doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't you collaborate with somebody that's already doing that? But yours is completely different. Get that. But even in
there's a dose of sarcasm I saw there.
In business, we think, okay, well, I don't want to share. You might take my customers.
Whoops.
And so, here's a true life story too. We do a lot of work with Angie Austin.
Sure.
Angie Austin has a radio show on our sister station, and we do a lot of collaboration with Angie in sharing guests. Some guests are a better fit for her than they are here, and vice versa, or some are a good fit for both. And we do a lot of collaboration with Angie. One thing we do not do, ever, 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 is cherry pick somebody else's customer away from them.
Right.
And if you work really hard to get your clients, you don't want somebody else to come in and you kind of share your database or share your networking, and they're going to cherry pick from the people that you've worked hard to create a relationship with. We're afraid of that, right? Because it happens all the time. Stop it. There is enough business for all of us to not be greedy, to not be picky, to not be selfish, but instead to open up our hands and say, how can I help you? And we're going to make introductions, and we're going to bring people to you, and we're going to collaborate because we have complementary companies or complementary businesses. I mean, think about this. I am a customer of a grocery store, a shoe store, a cosmetic store, a spa, a auto mechanic. I mean, I'm like a customer of a million different companies. They could all come together, or a handful of them, and collaborate. I think one of the most unique collaboration stories that I saw from a big box store was the office supply store on my receipt had a coupon for me to go to the shoe store.
What?
I know. It was fabulous. Now, would you ever think office supply store and shoe store should get together and do some collaborative marketing, and vice versa? At the shoe store, there was a coupon and reason to go in the office supply store, and you would not think to put those two together unless you have a collaborative state of mind and a culture that says, I want to help you. Together, we're stronger if we unite. 3 strands are stronger than just me over here paddling all by myself.
Absolutely. And this is not such a radical idea. You think about the office supply store doing collaboration with a shoe store. That may seem a little odd, but it doesn't seem very odd to you when you go to the supermarket and on the back of your receipt come coupons for your next oil change. You see, it's happening all the time.
It does.
So collaborate. That is, again, how much did it cost you to go over and say, I'd like to help you promote you, and I would enjoy it if you promoted me too. It doesn't cost you anything. Low point of entry, if you will, and certainly big bang for the buck. How about this? You want to establish yourself as a thought leader. You want to be the industry expert for your area of expertise. So be that. go ahead and maybe you become a partner with a radio show like ours. Maybe you write a blog. Maybe you do a YouTube video on a regular basis. But you become a thought leader. Maybe you write a book.
Maybe you write a book, and here's the idea is we all have a book in us. We all have all of these different strategies that are available to us. For example, we're members of the Highlands Ranch Chamber of Commerce.
Sure.
One of the things that they are rolling out for this year is you've heard of Lunch and Learns, right? You come in and you have a topic, and it's educational in nature. People bring their lunch, and you get them over the lunch hour, and so we all want to do Lunch and Learns. We all want to get in front of your audience so I can bring my topic and do my Lunch and Learn for you. But it's really difficult to fill a room. I mean, it's just getting harder and harder to get people out of their comfort zone, especially for something random that doesn't happen very often. It's a one-off. Those are the most challenging to fill a room. And so they're doing webinars for these Lunch and Learns. And it's a way to say, yes, you can bring your expertise to our audience, but we don't have to fill the room.
Right.
You don't have to be disappointed when there's only 8 people that show up because you worked so hard and you stayed up till 4 a.m. to get your PowerPoint presentation together.
And we understand humility, but this is not the time to sit there and say, well, I'm really not an expert.
Yes, you are.
If you're not an expert, get out of business.
And here's the thing that I heard Andrea, who's the president of the Highlands Ranch Chamber, says, everybody has a topic. And if you don't, get one. Here's the thing. You want to be able to, on a moment's notice, be able to speak about something. If somebody asks you to present to their Kiwanis Club, to their Girl Scout group, to their book club, to their leads group, to a chamber, on a radio interview, you want to be able to, on the drop of a dime, say, I can do that. Do you need me in 20 minutes?
There you go.
In 20 minutes. Eric and I always have a handful of topics that if you called us right now, we're a little busy until noon.
I'll still take your call.
But we could put together, we could speak to your group. Do you need 20 minutes? Do you need 40 minutes? Do you need an hour and a half? The challenge is we all kind of go, ooh, shoot, somebody wants me to talk. And then the public speaking side, fear aside.
And don't get caught with your pants down. You know your topic.
It's your topic. You want to say yes. Anytime an opportunity comes up for you to present in front of a group of people, brilliant. But so often we shy away, we turn down these opportunities, and speaking and writing a book is just one of those ways that I always say you're blocking love, you're blocking business.
You're blocking
business because you're saying, no, I can't do this. No, I'm not ready. I know I'm not prepared. What are you waiting for? Prepare yourself now, today.
Whew.
Sorry.
Do you want a pill?
I might need one.
Take a breath. I'll. The final point that we want to talk to you about is this. You want marketing for your business? There is no substitute for getting media exposure.
Be prepared. Prepare now.
There is no substitute for getting media exposure. In 2014, Experience Pros Radio Show's theme is We Make You Visible, right? Here is, and people are like, well, I don't know what's going to be the ROI. Well, let me tell you what the ROI is. How many times does it take you to meet 1,000 people in a networking environment? How many times? Just go ahead and count it up. Do you really meet 200 people a month? So that's 5 months? I can do that many times over through media, through a radio broadcast that you're listening to right now, many times over the 1,000 mark now.
What's our typical? We have a microphone.
Got a microphone.
We have a microphone. Imagine yourself. I was at the Pepsi Center last night. Imagine yourself at the Pepsi Center, and you have
the microphone.
The microphone. Isn't that amazing?
It really is. And here's the thing. This is not a pitch for you to join us, although if you want to, we'd be happy to talk to you about that. The idea is that you can get on the radio, on television, and you can be a media expert, and producers are looking for you. So all you need to do is make yourself available to it.
We are looking for you.
Yes.
We are looking for you. Put yourself out there. Just kind of, all the negative, all the excuses, just put it aside. 2014 is your year. Take it. Run with it. Be visible. Make it amazing. But it starts with you, and the first thing you have to do is say, yes, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to grow my company. I'm going to look for opportunities, because all day long, opportunities are being put in front of you and you're dismissing them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, yeah, that thing didn't work. You're dismissing them. Say yes. In fact, say absolutely.
Absolutely is a good thing to say. So there you have it. Lots of different ways to effectively market your business on a little to no cost, financial cost budget. Keep in mind, let's do service to the other side of that. There comes a time when investing in marketing is important and necessary, and it comes across the life of every business. So we're not saying don't invest, don't spend money. We're saying that there are ways to do it on the front side that don't cost a lot of money. Looking at the time, that tells us that we have completed our first hour of impeccable business talk, positive business talk. So on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, and myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we say thank you. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for being positive. Part of our revolution. You are the revolution. Now we encourage you to go out and do something crazy. Give somebody a 20-second kiss. Now you know what that stands for. That's kindness is so simple. It only takes 20 seconds to say something nice about somebody else. You can write it on our Facebook wall, and we'll share it with the audience.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tuccy and Eric Reamer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560, The Source.
Government affects so many aspects of our lives, and it's become so complicated that it's hard to keep track of everything that's happening. Most daily talk radio is either so divisive that women don't want to listen, or you don't have time to listen to 2 or 3 hours of it every day. We want to offer you a concise, easy-to-understand synopsis of the issues put into the context of what women like you care about and how you and your family are personally affected. We're calling our show Heart of the Matter because that's what we plan to do. Get to the core principles of each issue so you can choose for yourself what you believe. So please join me, Jill Vecchio, and my co-hosts, Kim Munson and Molly Vogt, for 2 fun hours of lively discussion every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Let's get to the heart of the matter on KLZ 560 The Source.
It's Jimmy Sangenberger, president of Liberty Day. We are a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to educating students about the U.S. Constitution. We're working on an exciting new video game to be available to teachers of all grade levels called Constitution Town, a compelling new way to government using those tools which resonate most with today's kids. And now we need your help. Here's how.
Visit constitutiontown.com to learn more. Remember, all contributions are tax deductible.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Zach Martin. The Super Bowl is set between the Seahawks and the Broncos in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium on February 2nd. And the weather is the talk at most water coolers these days.
New Jersey hit pretty hard with snow, but workers at the roofless MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford clearing it up as if it were game day.
To have a dress rehearsal of this magnitude is something that really tests people. Not so much in can we get it done, but can we get it done in the way we imagined? And so for that, yes, there's a silver lining in this.
Eric Grubman with the NFL says the stadium will be ready, rain, snow, or sunshine, come February 2nd. I'm Pamela Furr, the Blaze News.
The chilling temperatures throughout much of the country, especially in the Northeast, are reminding many of us about that polar vortex. Many experiencing either single-digit or sub-zero temperatures as we all try to bundle up and stay warm. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
In the year 1791, Americans were guaranteed individual freedoms and a limited government. Today, those freedoms are disappearing. The government listens to your phone calls and scans your emails. That's why we've created 1791 Email. When you sign up for an account, you can rest assured that we won't invade your inbox or scan your emails. And with your 1791 email account, you'll be letting everyone know that you believe in individual freedom. Find out more about 1791 email at 1791.com and start sharing the spirit of America today. For the record, establishing truth in the media and setting a new standard in broadcast journalism. Investigating the stories the mainstream media doesn't just ignore, but are afraid to uncover. A news program that doesn't compromise anything, has no political agenda, and nothing to lose. For the record, restoring truth in the media and setting the record straight. Returning soon to The Blaze. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tuccy and Eric Reamer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. Hey, guess what happened?
What happened? Or do you want me to guess?
Pretty girl just asked me for my address. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think that means?
Well, I don't know what it means, but I'm pretty sure that she wants to know where I live.
Okay, but why are you excited about that? I am thinking.
Oh, it ain't never happened before.
Stalker.
No.
She's gonna show up.
No.
The flashlight under her chin and going, Eric, I've been watching you on the radio. I wanted to see you in person.
Right.
That would creep me out.
No,
you cannot have my address. But he's all like, somebody wants my address. A pretty girl. How do you know she's pretty?
Looked her up on Facebook.
Yeah, my picture looks pretty on Facebook too.
That's true, but you haven't asked me for my address.
I know where you live. Run. Run, women, run.
No, this girl's pretty. Her name is Brooke, and she says, can I have the address for the balcony?
Why?
Well, you know where the balcony is, where good times roll. You know, that's what's going on.
All right, seems really odd. I have a feeling we've walked into the middle of a conversation.
No.
We have no real idea.
Can you send me your address for the balcony?
Of the contents. Why
Absolutely,
would somebody
pretty girl.
just randomly ask you for your home address?
I'm pretty sure it's because of the Rice Cooker Chronicles.
What? No? Well, is she going to come watch you cook?
No,
I don't
maybe
think so.
Maybe I'll cook for her.
No, did you invite her for dinner?
And
you
her
invited
husband
her for
and
dinner.
twins.
You invited her for dinner.
I did.
You invited her for dinner.
I kind of did.
See, I told you. We walked into the middle of a conversation.
Her husband and twins.
We walked into the middle of a conversation. When Eric throws something out like that, you just know. There's he's giving you 20% of the information. He's like an iceberg.
She wants me to be her sensei.
80.
She wants to know, how do you do what you do with the rice cooker?
But he did not share that. He did not say this woman is married. She's bringing over her entire family.
If I said that they were all coming together,
lessons,
then it wouldn't sound like somebody actually takes an interest in me.
Yeah, he has to make it very salacious. He is the iceberg. Anything you hear, 20%. Know that there's 80% of the real information is lying below. Lying be the key word there.
She wants me to be her sensei.
No, she doesn't.
I think so.
No, I don't think so. I'm quite certain, and especially because that's what you said it is. It's the exact opposite. She's actually going to come and teach him a little something.
I'm about to get a text that says, "Teach me, master."
No. She's like, "Oh, Eric, you are such an amateur. I'm bringing over the expertise." That's probably what's happening because she's a mom, she's a wife. She's going to run circles around you, mister.
Hold everything. Who just went out and bought a rice cooker?
And I'm already.
Are you a mom and a wife?
Circles around you, mister.
What are you talking about?
Circles.
Okay. No. Brooke, the answer is absolutely. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America. Sensei.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car.
This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nylon's Collision Center only uses manufactured pump fitting part is available. At Nylon's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219. 9219.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 1000-20432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame Art. The experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame Art. 303-722-1525. 303-722-1525. Located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame Art. It matters.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Ken Clark, Jason Worley, Grassroots Radio Colorado, this afternoon at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
This is Dave. The Experience Pros radio show is changing the way people treat people in business. Listen to Eric and Angel mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show, where at midnight,
Justin Timberlake was bringing sexy back. This was how he closed out his concert last night. Thank you to my dear friend Kimberly Orr for letting me be your guest last night at the concert. Charlie's been playing fun music, keeping me awake this morning. This little girl was up a little later than she usually is. And then I was really kind of hoping that because some weather was coming in, I'm like, yay! Yay! Big snowstorm.
Get snowed in to the Pepsi Center with Justin Timberlake.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think I could have clawed my way through that crowd. It was so many women there. It was so much fun. Had a great time. And sometimes you just want to duplicate something, right? You want to duplicate an experience, maybe duplicate a little JT for just, for kicks and giggles.
Right.
Well, we brought in the expert, Rob Roy McKinney with North Star Digital Imaging. You can duplicate anything. Am I right, Rob Roy?
Well, just about.
There's a salesman with
As long as
character.
you can put it on paper.
That's exactly right.
That would be the correct phrase.
Rob Roy, welcome to the show, brother. What's going on in your world?
Well, document management solutions is the coined term now because they're not just copiers. You can print, you can fax, you can scan, and you have all sorts of capabilities now with these things. So
document management solutions.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's still copies, but now they do so much more, and can do so much more for a company. Plus, with the color capabilities now that are available, you can bring a lot of stuff in-house. I mean, people used to have to outdone relatively more expensively at, a copy shop. You'd have to take it over to Kinko's or, one of those places if you wanted really graphics quality color. Well, that has now updated and brought in-house.
Oh, well, this sounds great. And, if you're going to talk about DMS, it's important to have, and I get that every day, it's important to know North Star Digital Imaging, right?
Yes, of course, and Rob Roy, because I've been doing this since 1989, and, we have thousands of satisfied customers around the Denver metro area. We now handle everything from Fort Collins all the way down to Colorado Springs because we now have branch offices north and south, so we're handling the whole Front Range now. And, we're locally owned and operated, but we're backed by Toshiba, which is one of the largest corporations in the world. The way I like to put it is we're big enough to handle it, but still small enough to care.
And it's true. So because you have the backing of Toshiba, you've got all the access to the big corporate needs that any company would have, but you are local, and so we're keeping our local dollars here. We can just call Rob Roy. You're like our concierge for all of our document management solution needs. Am I right?
Right. Us being local, I mean, it separates us from the big corporate companies because there's lots of copier dealerships out there, but most of them are corporate entities. So you call an 800 number for service, and it's dispatched out of Phoenix, Arizona, or Atlanta, or someplace like that. So it's all disconnected as far as I'm concerned. When you call for service at North Star, you're talking to our dispatch person at our office in Wheat Ridge. And if you want to, you have access to our owners. You can talk to Ed or Fred, Ed Janich and Fred Longmore, the owners of the company, if you want to, talk to the ownership. You're not going to talk to the ownership of Konica Minolta.
Right.
or any other company for that matter. So we like to think it makes us more agile. It's really the people. I mean, and you guys know that. That's what you preach every day. Our people make the difference. Every copier is going to work for you, but it's the support you get from the company when you have a problem. Because I've been doing this since '89, I have never gotten a call from a customer, Rob, I just used my copier. Gosh, it was so wonderful. I just love it. The only time you hear is when there's a problem, and that's when we respond quickly, efficiently, get you back up and running.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Let's talk about some of the things that people can do in-house now, Rob Roy, that they might be outsourcing.
Well, faxing is a big deal. It's still there. People still fax. There are still faxing going on. One of the ways that you can really cut costs is by putting faxing on your copier, your document management solution, because now what you have is two things. You have inbound fax routing, which means you can have faxes routed to somebody's desktop so they can look at it first. Whereas usually it's printed out, which means you're burning paper and ink right away, and then you look at the fax and it's a junk fax, you throw it out, you just wasted money.
Right.
Well, now you can look at it on your desktop first and then decide, do we need this? Do we file it? Do we need it? If you need it printed, you just send it back to the unit.
Wow.
And then on the other side, you have desktop faxing. I mean, normally if you're going to fax something, you got to print it out first, then you take your 10 pages over to the fax, you load it in, and then, I mean, this happens on a regular basis.
You pray
9
that
out
it
of
doesn't
10
jam.
pages sent.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then you're going, okay, which one didn't go?
one
Because it
didn't
doesn't
go?
tell you.
Right.
Well, when you do it from your desktop through the copier, it's done digitally. All the pages are sent. You never get that error. And you've just taken out the process of having to print it first, because what happens to that fax after you send it? They usually shred it or throw it away. So you've just wasted all that paper and ink.
So you're saving time, you're saving resources, you're being far more effective at work, and I think that there's a lot of storage capability on some of the machines now too, right?
Oh, sure. You have both storage on the unit, and then you have, which is called e-filing, or e-storage, and then you also have e-filing, so you can scan documents in, and which is what we do on a regular basis. When we get orders in, we scan them in, and then they're stored with the customer's record. So if anybody calls me and, I need my paperwork from when we bought our copy, anything like that, I've got it all listed in our activities, and I can just shoot them an email with an attachment that has their information.
What if I'm stuck in a lease with what I'm already got right now, Rob Roy? How do we handle that?
Well, every company can offer you what's called a payoff to return, and Toshiba offers a payoff to return. No extra charge to the customer, but depending on how much the payment is and how many months you have left, Toshiba will offer to pay it off in order to get your business. So you're never stuck in a lease. There's always an opportunity to get out. We're batting about 500, I would say, but half the time we're able to get them out of the old lease, lower their monthly payment, and move them into better equipment at the same time.
That's almost like when you buy a car, you know,
Absolutely.
it's like I get out of my old car, I've got a lower payment, I've got a newer car. Rob Roy, how do people get in touch with you?
My direct line is 303-741-4738.
Rob Roy McKinney, the sales consultant with character. We appreciate you so very much.
Love your show, guys. As always, you're doing a great job.
Love that. You can also find Rob Roy on our Extreme Customer Service Directory, where we make you visible every single day. You know what? It's just fascinating when you sit down with Rob Roy and discover some of the options that you have in your office. And he brings some pretty cool displays and cool stuff that you can start doing.
You betcha. All right, folks, when we come back, business tips and insights coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
I'm Jason Lewis, America's Mr. Right, and I hope you'll listen to my show weeknights at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Thinking.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
Thinking is a good thing. You see, nobody would intentionally go, hey, let's go $52,000 in credit card debt. That would be intelligent. That'll help our marriage. That'll help our future. People don't sit down and make that out as their plan. They just don't think. And you'll look up after 10 years and you got $52,000 in credit card debt and go, crap, how did we do this? Because you weren't thinking. I do it too. It's an interesting culture we live in.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We appreciate you for tuning in today. Time for business tips and insights, and we'd like at this time of the week, we'd like to go to Matt Skinner over at RMK Cartridge. Matt, welcome to the show.
Good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Matt. I know that we just had Rob Roy with North Star Digital Imaging on the broadcast just a couple of minutes ago, and I know you guys do some collaborative partnership and power partnering together. So love that you're on the show with us. You call in every week with a very helpful business tip. What are we going to talk about today?
Well, I think it is like with days like today, there's going to be some delays just because, we live in Colorado and, it snows. So I think it's always a good opportunity when, everyone's running a little bit behind to have a game plan and sit down and kind of figure out what you're going to do for the day. And if you have any kind of scheduling issues, make sure you reach out to your customers and just let them know you're running a few minutes behind.
That's so courteous.
Communicate with your customers?
Yeah, it's a big, huge concept. A lot of people have lost the idea.
And how do people respond, Matt, when you call and say, you know what, we're running a few minutes behind, we had a little bit of delay, traffic, weather, whatever. How do they respond to that? Are they irritated?
No, actually, they're very appreciative just because, everyone's really busy, and it lets them know that, you're still on your way and things are going to be just a little bit behind, but you're still going to get your product when you expect it.
I love that. And I think we do. We really appreciate the communication. It's when we don't hear from you.
Right.
Are they coming? Are they going to come at all? Are they just going to be late? Should I stick around? And so then we start filling in the gaps, and you walk in just a couple minutes late, and we're aggravated.
Yeah, it's just courtesy, and it's a good practice to practice.
Well, and I love that you bring that to our attention. Another good practice is to make sure that you have a backup of your toner and ink cartridges so that your printer never has to go down. Can you address some of that with us, Matt, please?
Absolutely. We always try to have customers have a backup. So as soon as they, put their backup in, they can always order. Then you never have to worry about, downtime or losing productive time that you should be, getting a project out or whatnot. So we always preach, have a backup.
My son, who, I think when he was 4, we would run out of milk. And he came to me, he's like, Mom, buy 2 gallons of milk, and then when we run out of 1, then replace the 1. At the age of 4, he figured this out, that we would never run out if we had a backup. And yet as adults, we tend to let it run on E. We let the toner run out, and we're like, I'm pretty sure I've got another 1,000 copies on that. Oops, it stopped today. Like, where do we lose that? I don't know. It's like we think we're Superman or something. We're never going to run out. It's so valuable to keep our business running, and yet everything comes to a halt, and then we're having to panic and call Matt over at RMK. So have a backup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, give some contact information, will you, please?
Absolutely. It's 303-781-2076, or you can always find us on the web at rmkcartridge.com, or you can always come visit us our location at 5176 South Broadway in Inglewood.
Go right now to your supply room and see, do you have a backup? If not, call Matt. The phone number, Matt?
303-781-2076.
And they deliver over there, but it might be just a little bit later than, because of the weather.
Because of the weather. And so if you want to go and pick it up yourself, call Matt. The phone number, Matt?
303-781-2076.
Matt, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate RMK Cartridge. They put the color back into your life.
Love that. All right, so yesterday, Eric and I got to take a tour. So for all of you people today that, if there's a little bit of weather delay, you work at home, and so you get to stay at home, I'm incredibly jealous of you. I was thinking of you as I was getting dressed for work, as I was sitting in 90 minutes of traffic. But sometimes working at home, is not the best situation for you. You want to have a corporate image. You want to have a place that you bring guests. You would like to have a full-time receptionist that is answering your phones, that is greeting your guests, that is there the whole time. You want to have internet. You want to have phone, maybe even something furnished. Well, Kellogg Executive Suites. They're located at 26 West Dry Creek Circle, 26 West Dry Creek Circle, which is like Dry Creek and Broadway. Beautiful Class A building. They have executive suites, and she has 5 offices coming up for lease.
And I got to be honest with you, the building just presents so well. You said it's Class A. That means it's polished. It looks really, really nice. They've got a parking garage, right? They've got all kinds of amenities. And when you go up to Kellogg's Executive Suites and you see these 5 offices as we did yesterday, I was so impressed. The quality of space. They've got some with windows. They've got some on the interior of a building.
Yes, if you've got a massage, you run a massage place, you want it dark and cozy and intimate, and so that the interior offices are perfect for that.
Absolutely.
But it includes, when you lease an office, and she's got a couple of offices for $525 a month, and one of them is $725. You get telephone answering service, reception service from 8 to 5, so every day, all day long, mail service, your maintenance, your utilities, a notary republic. Your telephone's included, your internet's included. And I'm thinking that's a $200 expense for us every month.
Just telephone and high-speed internet.
Right, just for those 2 things. And so we can get into an office for $725. It includes 4 conference rooms, and then even a big, larger conference room in the building. Give them a call if you want to just kind of have a space that you're ready to move out of your bedroom, you're ready to move off the kitchen table, and have a place that you can have a full-time receptionist that's included. The phone number, 303-798-7776. Again, 303-798-7776. You can check them out online and do some comparison shopping and see all the features that are included, and even some photographs at KelloggExecutiveSuites.com. KelloggExecutiveSuites.com.
Tell American Angel sent you, and will be a good thing for you. And I was looking at that, one of those internal suites that they have. It's just 140 square feet of space, which is 40% larger than our original.
Our very first office that Eric and I had was 90 square feet.
Right.
90 square feet. Where the 2 of us shared this little office. I think we paid $375 a month for it.
Right.
It didn't include anything.
Nope.
This, I just like the idea of a receptionist being able to, and she can answer the phone. She knows it's your number. She answers as you.
We didn't get the receptionist. We didn't get the
phone
or the
internet.
So
she also has
giving you the space for free.
She also has complimentary coffee and tea. She's got the copier in there. She's got a little kitchen in there. 4 conference rooms.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Check it out, Kellogg Executive Suites.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more marketing. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Hi, this is Karen with Seniors Helping Seniors of South Metro Denver. If you or someone you know is a more mature citizen who needs a little extra hand around the house, Seniors Helping Seniors is your answer. We provide personal care, companionship, transportation, meal preparation, and more, including Alzheimer's and dementia care. And all of our helpers are seniors themselves. Licensed and trustworthy help is available at seniorshelpingSeniors.com/South Metro Denver, or by calling 303-990-4561. That's 303-990-4561. Call today and let's meet.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
The Laura Ingraham Show, live mornings at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Sportsman of Colorado right here on 560 KLZ The Source. We'll offer a variety of hunting and fishing experts, outfitters, guns, ammo, and archery specialists. I'll keep Colorado hunters, anglers, and outdoorsmen informed of the latest techniques, products, gear, and conservation news. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for Sportsman of Colorado. Check out our website at sportsmanofcolorado.com.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Apologize to all those people who are watching the video just there.
What'd you do?
I was lip-syncing along.
Oh, he does that all the time. Okay, well, Eric, this next guest is perfect for you. I think we're going to have internet domination, social media automation, and instant expert recognition.
Need some of that.
I know. We've got a great guest. Tracy Repchuk is an online marketing and social media speaker. She's the best-selling author of 31 Days to Millionaire Marketing Miracles and also Facebook Mastery for Business. All sorts of fun ways to make sure that your online marketing, your internet, your website, think about this. You can go have an instant online impact with a fully branded, complete end-to-end website presence and message-to-market system in under 60 days.
Tracy Repchuk, what you mean?
What you mean?
What are you talking about? I can do that in under 60 days?
No, I can do that for you in under 60 days. But, yeah, I like to take the technology off your plate to make you look as good online as you do off and make more money by doing less.
I love it. I love it. Well, walk us through a little bit of what you can do for us.
Well, primarily what happens is, you guys are awesome at what you do. Let's say holistic practitioners, real estate agents, chiropractors, but what they don't know is the online technology. So I take an analysis of who your ideal client is. I research that. I create, I guide through the wording, the keywords that they're using, the colors that they expect to see when they hit your website, and the languaging that they want to hear when they get there so that they're completely enraptured by you. But then what I take is the next step, which is called the unique selling proposition. If you don't know what makes you you, then they can't understand why they should be picking you over the next person in line. So once I've done all of that, then I can develop your logo. I can create the landing page, which is the one-page website that helps to build that database online so that you don't have to be, kind of taking all your time to do that. Then I build your entire website to make you look like the branded specialist that you are. Make sure we got your author in there, your speaker in there, your media opportunities. And if you don't have those yet, we make it look like all that's coming. And then I integrate that to your social media so that from end to end, your message is very clear, because a confused buyer never buys. And so we make sure that everybody is very clear on what you do when they get there.
Tracy, let's go back to the beginning then, because I think I agree with your statement. A confused buyer never buys, but a confused vendor, if you will, a confused seller, a confused business operator starts and ends their day with, I have no idea who my ideal client is. And that's where you said you started. That is like extracting teeth from an unwilling participant. How do you get into there?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The first thing I do actually is I send out a questionnaire to them. And so they fill out this detailed questionnaire. What that tells me is who they want to be serving. If their perfect client came in the door, let's say guy says, oh, my perfect client is actually a 45-year-old woman. She was one of my clients, and I loved her, and she was easygoing, and her interests were this, and blah, 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 right? And then I take a look at the second thing. Who are you making the most money from right now? So let's say you definitely work with the 80-20 rule, right? There's always kind of 80% of your money coming in from 20% of your audience. So I analyze those two pieces. So I don't expect them actually to give the answer to me. I go out and I find it based on their answers in the questionnaire. Then when I go out and I say, okay, here's their target audience, here's the age demographic, here's the interest, and here's where they're hanging out. Now I go back to them and I say, okay, good. We found them. How would you feel about approaching this audience to start with? You're not restricted, and that's one of the fears I think people have against kind of establishing their target market, is they feel like they're cutting everybody else out. But the issue with being online is there's billions of sites out there, and you can't be heard above the noise unless you penetrate through Google and keywords some sort of target market so that you can easily be found when those people are searching for the services that you have to offer. So once I've done that, they're usually, yes, that's exactly what I'd like. Finally, it's been put in terms. Then we develop the unique selling proposition and start the logo and website development.
Well, let's talk about that unique selling proposition. So often, many of us do the exact same thing as somebody else. You talked about, naturopaths. They do the same thing. Like we're all, if I'm in real estate, I do the same thing as all those other real estates. Is there really something that unique in all of us?
Yes, definitely. And again, when I have the questionnaire, I'm asking questions that will pull out whether it's your background, whether it's an experience you've been in, anything like that. And I can generally say, you see, what happens is people can't find their own unique selling proposition because it's like reading a label from inside the jar. And so you're looking at it and you can't read it. And that's why it takes other people to say, wow, that's like totally unique, because we can't see how awesome we are. And so, it's 8 to 10 words that really helps to define what somebody is amazing at. And sometimes it can just be, somebody's been in business for 45 years. That alone is something amazing that they don't promote. Or, of course, they're a healing practitioner, or they reduce diabetes, or they're specializing in first-time home buyers as far as a real estate agent is concerned. This is why it's important to identify where's your money coming from, because then we can take a look, last year, 80% of your income came from condos. Let's make you the condo king or something. You know what I mean? Like this is why it all starts to wrap together and ties to hitting your target audience, and then connects them to, I'm really unique in that I can find you, the best condo for the best price every time.
So Tracy, at what stage of the game do you enter into the equation? Because if we're going online and we're looking for that and we're creating that unique selling proposition and these are the clients that I get the most work from, wouldn't I already have a website and already kind of be on that track?
Yeah, if you mean do the companies that I hit already have a website, the answer is yes. The issue with the website is it either hasn't been updated in the last 6 months, it doesn't speak to the language of their target market because they didn't even know who their target market was.
Right.
They've just been so generic up there that that the language isn't there and the colors aren't there. Let's say we do some research into your company and we discover that actually 80% of your clients are women, and yet you have blue, black, dark, all these dark colors that don't speak to them. And especially if you're a holistic practitioner, you know, you really have to deal with the chakra colors. And most people choose the completely wrong colors, which means within 3 seconds of your prospect hitting your website, whether it looks amazing, awesome or not, if the colors turn them off and they won't even know why, they'll leave. And they won't even continue the relationship.
I hate it when people get the chakra colors wrong. That's just horrible. Hey, Tracy, you're the author of several books. Give some contact information, if you would, please.
Yeah, if you want to take a look and easily get my book, you can go to just31days.com and do that. Or if you want to check out more of what I offer, then you can go to tracyrepchuk.com, REPCHUK.
TracyRepchuk.com, just31days.com. You know, don't put it off. It's so often when people come to us, Tracy, they're afraid, I can't advertise, I can't connect with you because my website, my website's not up to date and I don't know, and I'm doing this overhaul. It doesn't have to take a long time. Working with the right people, you can get that up and running very, very quickly. Tracy, thanks so much for being our guest today.
Thanks, Angela and Eric.
Absolutely. Now, folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this hour with some of the directory members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory and, maybe a news tip here or there. We'll be back after these messages.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
You want to create more in your life and you want to do it with ease, but you aren't sure how to get there. It's time to be open to new ideas and do what Faith did. It's time to pick up your copy of the new book, What Would Faith Do? By Faith Young. Filled with inspirational stories of people just like you who overcame adversity and went on to achieve amazing things, What Would Faith Do? Will motivate you to do the same. Create an abundant life through faith. Get a sneak peek of What Would Faith Do? Or purchase a copy at, you guessed it, whatwouldfaithdo.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
I'll never forget
that moment.
as long as I live.
As long as I live.
My first call ever as a member of the National Guard.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires. They were getting dangerously close to homes.
Helicopters were going out to drop water on the fires. Guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. Nothing but positive business talk here on the broadcast. Time to talk about some of those businesses that are doing business on the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
We share a few of them with you just to kind of open your mind to the kind of companies that are listed on the directory and hopefully spur you on to go and check out our Extreme Customer Service Directory and do business with the people that support your favorite business talk show. TC Jackson Financial. Thomas Jackson runs that fabulous group down there in Castle Rock.
And happy birthday to Chris, his son, who is just had a birthday yesterday. Chris Jackson. There you go. The Center for Relationship Education with Janine McKenzie. What a great work they're doing down there.
They just won the autographed Peyton Manning jersey that Frame the Art gives away has been given away once a month all last year. He gave one away to a lucky charity, and they were the winner. The Donut House, which is just down the street from Studio Z.
Yeah. If you're coming down here, stop by the Donut House, and it's on South Parker Road there. You will thank us.
Absolutely. The Mia Connect, Mia Voss, one of the most connected women in Denver. She's listed there, hosts a fabulous
as bad publicity, right? So
No, but there
maybe,
is such thing as taking something that has so many different flavors to it and saying this is the one that we picked to say this is the beer flavored. I mean, do you like Coors Light? Do you like Corona Light? They're not the same. Bud, those Pilsner things, those Sam Adams, those dark things. Stella. I mean, I went out recently and there's 5 people at the table, 5 different flavors of beers that they all chose.
who sang the song Muskrat Love? Was it Captain and Tennille? Was it Muskrat Love? And then love will keep them together, right?
It's not working.
What?
No, I heard they're divorcing, but I read it on the internet, so I don't know if it's true.
It's trending on the internet. 39 years of marriage.
39. Does it say like what's going on?
Apparently, their muskrats don't love each other anymore.
The hat had enough of the hat.
It's possible.
I mean, at some point, your fashion has got to update.
Captain, how many times I tell you, take off those sunglasses? It was a southern accent I tried.
Who are you mimicking?
It was Tennille. It was supposed to be Tennille, but
Is that
apparently I don't do it very well.
So there's actually an article from Maxim that says how to talk to your parents about Captain and Tennille's divorce. So often it's how do you talk to your children about stuff. This is how do you talk to your parents about this, who grew up with them. It was this romance, this love affair, this public love affair.
Love won't keep them together.
I wonder why. I mean, after 39 years, you're
Seriously, can't we just stick? Yeah. Why don't you stay on that side of the house? I'll stay on this side of the house.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Maybe they did find love. They're both in love.
Somebody else?
Just not with them. Yeah.
Just not with each other. I don't know.
All right. Well, it's trending. How do you get that little trending thing to show up on?
Brand new on Facebook. This just in. The trending feature on Facebook is now giving you information about what's going on. This is the part that I really wanted to bring up, though, because you know something?
Oh, there was something?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see it when you look at the trending little deal on the top. Who's trending?
Oh, darn it.
Okay. So Angel got invited to the Justin Timberlake concert yesterday, right? But before it was official, right, she says...
I'm in the car, I'm driving around, and I just agreed that if you can get the tickets, I would love to go with you. You can call me last minute. And I'm driving around, and I have a panic attack.
What do I wear to a Justin Bieber concert?
No, I did say.
Justin Bieber.
I'm like, I said to you, did she say Timberlake, or did she say Bieber?
Yeah, you agreed to a Justin Bieber concert.
I thought I did, and I was freaking out. And so now I've got like Bieber on my tongue, like it just wants to. And
did you just say you have Bieber on your tongue?
Thinking like, no, that'd be bad. But guess who's trending? It's not Timberlake. It's Bieber. And like, what's so wrong with that? So see,
how do you get Bieber off your tongue?
It's like the word that kept coming out. I panicked. I'm like, Kimberly, it was Timberlake, right? Not Bieber. She's like, no. But yet, how is it that Bieber is trending? And so if you were to Google last night.
You think beer-flavored jelly beans are bad? Try Bieber.
Bieber flavored jelly beans. I do have an issue with the beer thing. Like, how do they just pick one?
You're not the only one.
And say this is what all beer tastes like. I am not the only one?
No, one of our listeners just wrote in and said beer-flavored jelly beans.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like, did you ever have those the Harry Potter all-flavored jelly beans? Did you ever try those?
No.
Because you could have got dirt and earwax and booger and vomit. And all that.
Stop! No.
They did that. They totally did that.
Your pregnant assistant is going. Please stop talking about that stuff.
All right, so we all have
Bieber.
So we all have our favorite flavor jelly bean, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever what's your least favorite? And you pop it in your mouth and then it's too late.
Black licorice.
A black licorice is your least favorite.
Nasty.
All right, mine's peanut butter. I don't like the peanut butter jelly bean. I just think that's the grossest thing. But recently, I had a very gross candy incident.
What's a gross candy incident?
Chocolate-covered cherry Hershey gag. So it's red. It's wrapped in red. So you think it's Valentine.
Chocolate-flavored cherry kiss.
My mom hands this to me. I unwrap it. I put it in my mouth. And just as I start to bite down, I realize there's something squishy in there. And she goes, oh, yeah, these are the cherry-flavored one. I was like I had a hairball. That's like, I've decided that my mom must have just kind of gave me a lot of cough syrup as a child because I don't like anything cherry.
I found myself laughing.
Yeah.
Which was probably an inappropriate response, considering how close you were to me.
I was gonna, yeah, it was awful. Yeah, so chocolate-covered cherry Hershey, that thing wrapped in red, ick, stay away, and beer-flavored jelly beans, only if you tell me what flavor beer it is.
Okay, all right. I don't know, but I'll do research.
No, and then do you really want your breath to smell like beer?
When you're eating jelly beans, are you really concerned about your breath?
That's why I eat them.
No.
Yeah, I want cinnamon, I want fruity, I want something inviting.
I'll do research on this and get back with you on, what beer flavor it is. What if it's a beer you like? Does that change the imagery?
No, I don't think. I still want my breath to.
Don't want to chew your beer?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
All right.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't matter. Moot point. I just wasted my whole time with that whole train of thought.
It's a business, and they're doing it, and so I think that makes it relevant on this show. There's Jelly Belly, I
love Jelly Belly.
Right?
They got a good thing going on.
Love won't keep them together.
That's so sad.
I know. But you know what's not sad? Coming to the Experience Pros public events, you can find all the different events on our Meetup page, meetup.com/The Revolution. That's meetup.com/The Revolution, where we have a calendar of cool stuff going on.
I wonder if we should change the name of it.
The Revolution isn't good for you?
No, because it's like the beer flavor. I don't know.
What?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just having a thought. I'm having a moment.
While you have that moment, can I say goodbye to the people?
Thank everybody.
Okay. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, and myself, and all the people that make this broadcast happen every single day, we say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of The Revolution. We're not changing the calendar name. And
we might.
The Revolution. So give somebody a 20-second kiss because, kindness is so simple.
We might.
The Revolution.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tuccy and Eric Reamer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560, The Source.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning